So yes, I will go through quickly to the PIC64 HPSC. I think for sure, if you have need more information, we are there on the booth. Welcome you to discuss this nice topic, like any other topic that we are working on at Microchip, and especially Microchip in France. Okay, globally, I will not go too much detail, but Microchip is the number one in aerospace and defense for semiconductor, with more than 60 years track record, especially in the space domain. Uh, we have shipped more than 40,000 processor worldwide, in different kind of application for space. We have several thousand of customer, and we have, for example, in the Perseverance lunar rover, more than 100 device embedded in this kind of mission. Okay. We have also a large portfolio for space application with different kind of product. I will not go to the detail. We have some contribution in Europe on the different portfolio. We have a dedicated, for example, product line in France, inherited from Atmel, where we are driving microcontroller, processor, communication interface, memory solution. Okay, but you have also some activity in some other country. If you are interested also by the other topic, for sure you are welcome on the booth. It's not the purpose of today. What is important to understand before to go to the PIC64 HPSC is that this team has a strong background, especially on the French team, a strong background in the deployment of processor for space application, based on the different solution, Spark first, but also now ARM and AVR type of technology. We have delivered thousands of flight models for different kind of mission, and for sure we can't be off the challenge to also have a RISC-V processor for in space as well. So we are part of the game. PIC64 has been bring by the willingness for the different space agency and especially NASA to look for autonomous mission, advanced sensor, moon to Mars exploration, faster development cycle as well, and also the ambition or the demand to for new actors in the commercial domain for space wanted to want a secure compute and also open standard use of open standard solutions. So through all those combination of different demand, we come to the conclusion that we have to provide a new solution, and this is what we are offering with the PIC64 HPSC. Well, in terms of computing, there is for sure no doubt it's already a big step compared to what is existing today in Europe, in US. Here, this is a summary of the different evolution of the processing solution we have in the space domain. I'm talking about standalone processor with different solutions between US and Europe, based on Spark, based on different PowerPC as well. But at the end, PIC64 HPSC will bring a significant improvement, multiplied by 100 the level of performance we can achieve with the space processor, delivering more than 26K DMIPS in terms of MIPS and in terms of computing. That's for sure one of the main motivation to have much more capability in terms of computing, to see the system differently, okay? To have something more flexible, to potentially imagine to have some software solution at some places that we are using hardware today through FPGA or through ASIC. This development, which is funded by NASA, is a highly international program, okay, as has been already explained by Ted. The main activity in terms of project leadership and design is done in Canada. Okay, most of the team is in Canada, and we are working with the French team. They are working for the French team for all what is radiation expertise in the early phase, I mean in the design phase, but also all what is related to radiation testing. And the qualification of the device will be also done in France on the ESCC and DLA supply chain we have in Nantes. Okay, for sure, there is different kind of API embedded in this chip, but from US, but also from Europe, as you can imagine, for sure. Okay. This device for sure will bring some additional value compared to what you can find today in the commercial market. It's quite straightforward to find some multi-core solution, to some solution with high processing capability, with AI capability as well. But as soon as you are looking for solution with fault tolerance, defense grade security, and also the TSN Ethernet capability, it's much more difficult to find that on the market. Okay, so PIC64 HPSC is there to provide such kind of capability. Before to go to the device itself, the PIC64 HPSC is one of the device which has been announced in the summertime in the PIC64 family, 64-bit family from Microchip. Okay, so this is not the only device. This is a new family which is coming from Microchip with different kind of product which are known today, but there are some other to come as well. Okay, so as also said by Ted, with PIC64 HPSC, reusing the architecture, the asset of the PIC64 HPSC, we are going to introduce an industrial version as well, which is named PIC64HX, which has been announced in October. And you have also heard about the PIC64JX, or PIC64JX is a different animal, but still based on RISC-V processor, because this is the processor part of the PolarFire SoC in a standalone mode, which is available as a standalone processor. Okay, so you have already 3 devices today and more to come tomorrow. That is the following history from 8-bit to 64-bit. Here, this is an overview of the chip. I think I will not able to go to all the details, so I encourage you to come to the booth to discuss that. So with an application complex of 8 core, which is highly flexible. Okay, you can manage the core configuration in different way, AMP, SMP, different kind of operating system. So it's highly flexible, and to manage this flexibility and the configuration of the device and also the boot, you have a dedicated other RISC-V dealing with the system control of the device. On top of that, you have another RISC-V that is dealing with the security. So we are in this device an advanced security setup with post-quantum capability in terms of cryptography. For sure, usual stuff in terms of interface. We support all type of memory up to DDR4 for the SRAM and non-volatile memory as well. And there is last but not least, you see the green box is unique as well because we are embedded in the processor Ethernet switch capability with Ethernet TSN up to 16 port at 10 gigabit to support with the connectivity use case. Everything is modular. You can also switch different parts of the chip. So potentially you can decide to not use the switch. In this case, you have also Ethernet capability in an endpoint area, which is the red part, on top of PCIe or SpaceWire with a SpaceWire router. Okay. This is globally the global architecture of the PIC64 HPSC. I want to highlight another point that this device has been also designed in a way to be highly connected to the other device. Okay, to support that, we support open standard like PCIe CXL and also RoCE V2, which is an Ethernet communication DMA type of interface where you are able to connect device to device. So it's good to have this kind of chip to communicate with FPGA or any other coprocessor. Okay. Security, I will not go to the detail. We plan to have different versions to adapt to the market. So flexible, rad tolerant, radar, different kind of packaging. This is something that will be also highly flexible in terms of qualification flow. This is what is targeted to be able to adapt to the different kind of mission. We plan to have a large ecosystem that we are going to test already in simulation in the hardware. with working with open source mainly, but also different partners in terms of for debugging tool for all the capability we are around today. Different operating system have already ported RTEMS, WinRiver, Linux, all those kind of things are running today already with the simulation platform we have today. Okay, just one additional message that we are working closely with some partner in Europe to enable the easy access to the PIC64 HPSC. Two examples. First example, a project which has been funded by the European the ESA and ASI to enable a single board computer that is developed by NIT in Italy to ease the access, the use of the PIC64 HPSC in terms of hardware. And in terms of software, we have also working with N7 Space in Poland to start working with Savoir software framework to be easily used with PIC64 HPSC and to help you to the qualification and the certification of the whole system. Okay, so those projects are ongoing in order to ease the adoption of the PIC64 HPSC in the different applications in Europe. Okay, that's the end of my talk. So you have globally the main key value of the PIC64 HPSC in this slide, and for sure you are welcome on the booth to have more discussion and to also discuss the other product Microchip is able to offer to you, especially European solution we are delivering from Europe. Thanks for your attention.